Welcome in to Gainesville, Georgia. City Park under construction has not deterred us from our soccer down here. Game of the week presented by Kaiser Permanente. I'm Jason Longshore. It's the Johnson Knights and the Gainesville Red Elephants. A Hall County Classico here for you this evening as both teams get ready for the GHSA postseason tournament. Soccer fans, tonight's match is made possible because of great partners like Subaru of Gwinnett. Are you in the market for a new or used car? Then look no further than our friends at Subaru of Gwinnett, located in Duluth at 2950 Satellite Boulevard. Knowing prospective customers are busy and well educated when it comes to finding their next vehicle, Subaru of Gwinnett offers both online and in-person options that make car shopping a breeze. A robust online inventory, service and parts departments on site, outstanding financing options, and the friendliest staff are just a few of the many reasons to make Subaru of Gwinnett the choice for your next car purchase. Subaru of Gwinnett, located at 2950 Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, or online at www.subaruofgwinnett.com. Tonight's match is also presented by Alliance Nurse Corps. At Alliance Nurse Corps, there's an understanding of the sacrifices it takes to be a nurse in today's world. With over 30 years of experience, they've put in the time to understand what it takes to find the perfect fit and what today's nurses desire most. Alliance works hard to ensure higher than industry standard pay rates, loyalty rewards, and will do whatever it takes to find the best fit for you and your happiness. Visit AllianceNurseCorpsInc.com/job board to start your journey to the nursing position that's perfect for you. And as always, our high school coverage all around the state of Georgia is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you. The Knights girls got the win in game one this evening, 3-1, 2 goals in the second half after a 1-1 draw at the break. And the Red Elephants will try to play a little bit of spoiler tonight, as Johnson has had the better of this rivalry as of late, but it's always been close. It was a 2-1 win at Johnson last year. The Knights come in 13-1-1, 10 straight victories after a loss to Dalton early in the year. They drew at Meadow Creek before that. Region 8 winners in 4A, number 5 in Georgia in all classifications, and number 1 in the state in their classification, the two-time defending state champions, the Johnson Knights. They make the short trip across town to City Park to face the Red Elephants, 9-8 on the year, 3rd in Region 8 in 6A. They will be headed to the postseason. We'll talk about the brackets and who these teams will be seeing at halftime. Our bracketologist, John Nelson, will join us for that. Madison Cruz here on the photos and sideline reporting. You'll hear from her in the first half as well. City Park under construction, one of the great high school venues in the state of Georgia, and it's going to get even better. We are in the stands on what is the visiting side of the stadium down at the end. I'm sure I'm going to get some crazy looks once we get rolling here. But an amazing venue that will be even better very, very soon. Grass surface, one of the few that you're going to find in the state of Georgia, especially of this quality. It is very short and very slick tonight. The wind, it will be a factor, although it feels like maybe it's died down a little bit. I don't want to jinx it too much. Crossing my fingers that it doesn't pick back up. It factored into the girls' match a little bit at times. You heard the Johnson Knights in their huddle getting ready. The Red Elephants in their red and black stripes, black shorts, red socks. They'll be moving from right to left on your radio dial. The Knights of Johnson, all white, light blue trim, and they'll be moving from left to right. We'll get you set up on the lineups as we go. Our referee crew crossing their T's, dotting their I's, checking their watch, and getting ready to kick off here at City Park. And let's kick it for 40 minutes. The Knights on the kickoff. Play it back to Miguel Duran. Over to the right side to Evan Rode. Rode back to Duran. Johnson patient in possession. Back to their freshman goalkeeper, Benjamin Villatoro. Duran, right-sided center back, walking it forward, looking for options in front of him. Plays it to the midfield stripe, not controlled by Arteaga. Gainesville try to go forward quickly. Foul in the back committed by Daniel Trujillo and Daniel Galavis. The number 10 for Gainesville feeling the effects of that. Shoulder in the back, and I think the most difficult part of it for Galavis was the way that his head went back and forth a little bit as he got hit in the back between the shoulder blades. He's back to his feet, walking it off, wearing captain's armband for Gainesville. It's a free kick for the Red Elephants. Into the 18, headed away by Rode. That will go out for a corner by about a revolution of the ball. It's off the corner flag. Corner kick for Gainesville. Played short. Ishkoy Kalel drives to the end line to the corner of the 6. His shot is blocked. Trying to find a way out is Alex Gonzalez. Doesn't connect on his pass. Gainesville puts it right back into the 18. Galicia on the far side, able to settle things down. That magical left foot of Andres Galicia. Big switch for Johnson does not pay off. They try to hit David Arteaga on the right side. Goes out for a Gainesville throw in the middle third. Launched forward by Enrin Bonilla. Popped up into the air. This will be a throw for Johnson. The edge of their own defensive third. Evan Rode will take it. He had a goal against the Baylor school last time I saw Johnson. It's a big win for the Knights that time. Rode slams it into the attacking half. Gainesville win it back in the middle third. Arteaga back into the middle to Daniel Trujillo. Trujillo to the opposite side. Here comes Johnson, flying up the left flank into the attacking third. Drop back, trying to hook up with Trujillo. Passes behind him. Gainesville can break. Johnson recovers nicely. Gainesville try to open it up down the left side, but the pass is behind Gabriel Ishkoy Kalel. That will be a throw for the Knights. Rode will take it. Into the attacking half for Johnson. Played forward by Alex Gonzalez, intercepted. Gainesville in possession, middle third. Ishkoy Kalel drops it back. Played long by Orlando Robles. It falls to its intended target. Stutter step inside the 18 from Miguel Galavis, but he pulls the shot wide. Hooked it as well. It goes out for a throw next to the corner flag on the far side. Galavis was able to get Miguel Duran and Josue Mendoza kind of leaning to the side, but he pulled the shot. Throw in Johnson on the far side. It's won back quickly by Gainesville. It's a great start for the Red Elephants. Pass trying to switch is intercepted by Arteaga. He will chase it down, but Robles gets to it first for Gainesville. It's back to Rode, who intercepts for Johnson. Back across to Mendoza. Josue Mendoza, midfield. Plays it down the left side, bends it around the Gainesville defender. Good ball down the left flank, into the far corner, but running out of real estate. That's out for a Gainesville throw. Now it's deflected. It's Galicia who will take the throw for Johnson. Galicia pushing forward a little bit more than I saw last time against Baylor. Cross in for the Knights. Falls to Rode on the near side. The right flank for Johnson. The right back loves to get forward. Drops it back to Jordi Acosta. Acosta to Duran. Acosta and Duran, they continue the two-man game. Alex Gonzalez joined in to make it a trio. It's up the right side for Evan Rode. Now it's a quartet. Duran in the middle third on the right. Pass deflected by Galavis. That goes out for a Johnson throw. Evan Rode looking at his options. Settled down by Gainesville. They can't clear though. Ball falls to Arteaga. Spins it back. Acosta. Rode. Gonzalez. Gonzalez pulls it back, uses the sole of his foot very well to create a little bit of space. Miguel Duran walks it forward. Puts it over the top into the 18. Goalkeeper off his line. Marquis Arangel gets to it first. Arangel will punt for Gainesville. So we're into the 6th minute. Settled down nicely by Daniel Galavis. Galavis plays it over the top. Opportunity here for Gainesville. Shot wide of the near post. Took a deflection. It will be a corner for the Red Elephants. Austin Duran, great ball over the top from Daniel Galavis. Villatoro had the near post covered. Shot was blocked by Josue Mendoza. Corner, far side for the Red Elephants. 2 players there. Outswinging corner, delivered to the corner of the 6. Galavis with a shot blocked by Trujillo. It's still there in the 18. Johnson got to get this clear. They do. Villatoro clears it out into the middle third. Header down. Arteaga intercepts. Knights battling for it and winning the battle. Junior Castillo driving forward. Runs into a brick wall. That's Antonio Tercios. Tercios out wide to the right for Gainesville. Forward to Daniel Galavis. Over the top, looking for Miguel Galavis, but Villatoro comes out to claim it at the top of the 18. This portion of the match presented by Reverb by Hard Rock Atlanta. Your pregame, your postgame, both. Spot for away games as well for Atlanta United. I'm sure many of you will be visiting Reverb on Sunday. Gainesville in possession in the middle third, knocked away. Arteaga, chance to break. Perfectly timed sliding tackle there from Henry Bonilla to prevent that. Red Elephants clear, settled in the midfield by Daniel Galavis. Out wide to the left to Christian Perez Sesmas. Back to Robles. Robles back to Henry Bonilla. Gainesville trying to fight through the middle third, can't do it. Taken away by Jordi Acosta. Acosta back to Alex Gonzalez. Gonzalez squares it to the left. Trujillo one more time to the left to Mendoza. One more time up the left flank to Galicia. Galicia down the line to Junior Castillo. Knocked away from him. Going to be a throw for the Knights on the far side. Cross, back post. Trying to run it down as Arteaga. He drops it back to Rode. Rode upended, gets back to his feet, puts in a low cross, face a goal, shot over the bar. Goal kick for the Red Elephants. The shot from Daniel Trujillo into the 8th minute. No score here between Gainesville and Johnson. Goal kick played long by the Red Elephants into the center circle. Rode wins the header off of one hop. Alex Gonzalez spinning, trying to find the handle. Can't do it. Rode does for him. Back across to Mendoza. Passes forward to Trujillo, out wide to the left to Galicia, playing as a left back tonight. Mendoza back across to the right to Duran. Forward to Jordi Acosta, the sophomore central midfielder. Long diagonal down the left side. That's a long run for Galicia. Not going to be able to get there. Goal kick. No scoreboard tonight, so you're not going to get exact timing out of us. We're into the 9th minute. Gainesville off the goal kick. They roll it short. Played long down the middle, couple of deflections. Josue Mendoza slams it back into the attacking half for Johnson. Gainesville win it back. Red Elephants have done a good job of winning the second ball tonight. They earn a throw on the far side. Antonio Tercios. Thrown in down the line, headed away by Galicia. Tercios volleys it forward. Johnson want to settle it. They do. Back to Galicia. Galicia tries to turn back. Intercepted by Miguel Galaviz. He takes off down the right side, looking for a cross. Good sliding challenge from Josue Mendoza. Perfectly timed, and he draws a foul. Josue Mendoza, classy defending. Perfectly timed challenge. Wanted to start the break. Miguel Galaviz shut that down, but committed a foul in doing so. Free kick for the Knights. Frank Zamora's squad has only lost one game in their last 40 plus. That was to Dalton earlier this year. Gainesville gave him a real battle last year. It was a 2-1 win over at the Dungeon. This time we're at City Park. Gainesville in possession in the center circle. Daniel Galaviz, he's upended. Free kick for the Red Elephants. They take it quickly down the left side. It's Miguel Galaviz. Miguel into the 18, squares it into the middle, doesn't connect. It's knocked away by Mendoza once again. Johnson clear, and that gets all the way through to Halil Chavez. Chavez drifting to the right. He stood up. It falls back to Arteaga. Nice defending from Orlando Robles. Johnson in possession in the middle third. To the left of Mendoza. Mendoza walking it forward, back on the right foot. Tries to hit the switch out wide to Rode. That's intercepted by Robles. Gainesville into the attacking half quickly. Ishkoy Kalel holding off Rode. Rode a little too much on the grab. Ishkoy Kalel able to hold him off and draw the foul. 12th minute. No score. Johnson and Gainesville here in the SDH game of the week from City Park. Free kick played along. Ishkoy Kalel can't get to it. Gainesville win it back on the second ball. Johnson wins it on the third ball. Gonzalez to Mendoza. Over to the left to Galicia. Galicia passes forward. Great turn. Advantage played. Here come the Knights down the left flank. Driving forward. Johnson cut it back. Trujillo squares it across. Arteaga. Chavez trying to turn with the right foot. Big save still there. It cleared out of the 6. Johnson keep it in the attacking third. Big save from Rangel. Rode with the early cross. Bending it to the back post. Headed away by Dimas. Gainesville clear it to midfield. Miguel Galaviz brings it down. What a turn from Galaviz. Plays it up the left side. Ishkoy Kalel. Sliding challenge from Rode is perfectly timed. And the ball's in the hands of Villatoro. Wonderful ball from Galaviz and a perfectly timed tackle from Evan Rode. Still no score. Johnson in possession on the far side. Trujillo back to Galicia. Pops it forward. Cleared away. Alex Gonzalez will settle it down. Squared all the way over to the right to Rode. Rode back inside to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to the left of Mendoza. Mendoza looking for options down the field. Finds one that he likes. Overhits it just enough, though, to get into the boots of Marquise Rangel, the goalkeeper for Gainesville. Rangel punts into the center circle, flicked on. Galaviz flicks it on again to the left. Ishkoy Kalel into the 18. Chops it back to himself. Rode standing him up. Back heel from Ishkoy Kalel. It's Miguel Galaviz up against the end line. He's going to draw the corner. Jordi Acosta doubled down for Johnson, but Miguel Galaviz, the forward for Gainesville, holding off defenders and drawing a corner. Daniel Galaviz is on it. He's got some help as well from Christian Perez Sesmas. Sesmas peels away. Daniel Galavis with the right foot. It'll be an in-swinger from the near side. Plays it to the back post, headed away by Acosta. Trying to turn on that far side, and doing so. Johnson breaking into the middle third, breaking into the attacking half. Halil Chavez tries to turn. He's chopped down. Free kick for the Knights. Foul is called. Is there going to be a yellow card involved in this? Have not seen it yet. Came running in like maybe it would be. Tercios committed the foul. Will be a free kick for the Knights. This portion of the match presented by Subaru of Gwinnett. Andres Galicia standing over this with that magical left foot. Chips it deep to the back post. Rangel goes up, gets hands to it. There's a collision and a foul called. That was absolutely intentional from Galicia. Floated it up there for Josue Mendoza to go up to try to win. But Marquis Rangel held his ground well and drew the foul. Gainesville play the free kick into the middle third. Gainesville headed forward. Mendoza clears it back to midfield with the left foot. Flicked into the middle. Red Elephants on it, switching it to the left side now. Ishikoy Kalel drops it back. Robles, one of the intended targets there, falls to Galavis. Daniel Galavis floats it across to the left. Miguel Galavis will run it down here in the near side corner. Stood up by Duran. Tried to slip a pass through, that was knocked away. Miguel Galavis will run it down, drops it back to Robles. Robles, one more time to the back to Dimas. Dimas up the left side, does not connect. Johnson clear back into the middle third. Quickly, while Gainesville gets ready to take this throw, we've got Madison Cruz on deck. Hold on, Maddie, we'll get you in just a second. Red Elephants attacking. Road heads it away. Acosta keeps it moving. Johnson back into the attacking half. It will get subs. Let's hear what Madison Cruz is seeing and hearing on the field.
Yeah, I mean, looking over there, getting some photos, Evan Rode was actually thrown a water bottle from his family from the stands. It fell, exploded, and he picked it up, drank a little bit, threw it back over. It was a fun little moment between family and Rode, but I mean, a great time. They're doing great hustling, and Coach Zamora even told his team to stop, reset, and fix all the mistakes.
Excellent, thank you, Madison. Johnson trying to reset right now, back into the attacking third. Long ball down the middle, it's picked up by Rangel. Visiting side here is almost full. Home side mostly full. Great turnout here at City Park. No score as of yet. Long ball played down the middle. It's won back by the Knights. Galicia spins it back to Mendoza. Mendoza to Duran to the right. 18th minute, no score. Road. Duran. To the right to Rode, still in her own half, Johnson. Forward to Acosta. To the left to Trujillo. Connecting the dots now, Galicia. Couple steps inside the attacking half. He cuts inside. Back to Gonzalez, over to Mendoza. Mendoza passes forward. Knocked back to Gonzalez. Squared to Acosta. Squared again to Rode. Rode takes a touch inside. Gonzalez spins to the left. Back to Mendoza in the center circle. All the way over to the left to Galicia. Galicia down the left flank. Opportunity here for Johnson as he get into the attacking third. Hitting the brakes on the end line. Looking for the crossing angle. Finding it at the top of the 18, but it's cleared away. Gainesville, they can jump on the gas now. Miguel Galavis drifting to the left. Mendoza takes it away from him and dribbles forward. Gainesville win it back quickly. Game of transitions over these past couple of minutes. Gainesville back on the offensive transition side of things. Stood up by Mendoza. Played long, a little bit too much there for Ishkoy Kalel. The Toro will clear just outside of his 18. Ball falls to Trujillo. Trujillo driving down the middle, cuts it back to the left, puts a defender on the ground. Daniel Trujillo lays it off to the left side. Squared back across. Acosta can't get to it. Gainesville able to find their way out of that. They look for the big switch, but it's behind Miguel Galaviz. Action heating up here about midway through the first half. Andres Galicia. Big long diagonal back across to the right. Does not connect with Chavez. Cleared by the Red Elephants. Bounces over the head of Ishkoy Kalel. Johnson on it. Acosta. Gonzalez turns to his left. Galicia. Pass intercepted, but not right back to Galicia. Passes forward. Opportunity here for Trujillo. Arteaga now on it. Drops it back to Acosta. All the way over to the right side to Rode. Evan Rode driving forward into the attacking third. Couple of step overs. Cuts it back. Cuts it back to the right again. Rode goes end line. Puts in the cross to the back post. Headed away. Corner. Johnson. Great work from Evan Rode down the right flank. Corner for the Knights. Daniel Trujillo will take it on the far side. Trujillo to the back post. A little bit too much on that. Going to get run down here on the near side. Trying to find an angle for a cross. Ishkoy Kalel takes it away from Acosta. Draws the foul. It's really nicely defended by Gabriel Ishkoy Kalel. He's been effective in the attacking side, but that was good work defensively to prevent the recycled corner. Long ball played to midfield. Acosta wins the first header. Gainesville wins the second ball. Daniel Galaviz drops it back to Robles. Knocked away, throw Gainesville near midfield. Thrown in quickly, almost connecting with Perez Sesmas. Rode with the interception. Acosta inside to Alex Gonzalez. Over to the left of Mendoza. Johnson building things up across to Galicia, back inside to Mendoza. One more time to the right to Duran. Miguel Duran up the right side to Rode, back to Duran. Trying to draw Gainesville out. Duran pops it to midfield. It falls to Acosta. Acosta inside to Gonzalez. Gonzalez with the shimmy, dribbling to the left. Out wide to the left of Galicia. Back to Mendoza at midfield. Mendoza inside to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back into the center circle to Acosta. Acosta down the right side to Rode. Chests it down, looking for the options forward. Evan Rode into the attacking third. Driving forward. Hits the brakes, tries to spin it back. Good defending from Gainesville. They concede the throw. Rode will leave the throw to Arteaga. Option here for the long throw. The Knights will take it. Thrown into the 18. Flicked on, volleyed clear by the Red Elephants. Miguel Galaviz blocks Duran's clearance. Second time, Duran able to play it forward. Acosta goes up and wins the header for the Knights. Headed back into the middle, Ishkoy Kalel. He tries to turn inside. Taken away from him. Mendoza passes forward to Trujillo. Up the left flank to Galicia. Back to Mendoza. Under the lights here in City Park. No score. Mendoza down the left side. Gainesville able to defend it well, and they draw the foul. Excellent work on the far end of the field from Jacob Demas. Went up to win it, got between the attacker and the ball, drew the foul, free kick. And his goalkeeper, Marquise Rangel, will take it. This portion of the match sponsored by Alliance Nurse Corps. No score between the Red Elephants of Gainesville and the Knights of Johnson. Red Elephants trying to change that. Played into the 18. Miguel Galavis brings it down. Looking for the shot. Couldn't get the shot off. Dropped it back for Ishkoy Kalel. Intercepted by Duran. You can hear Galavis, the frustration mounting a little bit for Gainesville. They've had some opportunities to get on the board first. Johnson play long. Red Elephants intercept, but they can't connect to Robles. It'll be a throw for Arteaga near midfield. Gonzalez to Mendoza. Edgar Vasquez into the game for Johnson. Vasquez, 11 goals, 11 assists on the year. He's on the right flank. Acosta cuts it back. Mendoza in the attacking half now. Knights starting to pin Gainesville in just a little bit more. Ishkoy Kalel with an interception. Daniel Galavis hits the brakes, pulls it back. Great work, but then the pass is intercepted. Arteaga forward to Vasquez. Vasquez drifting to the right, spinning back to the left. Drop back to Road. Knights in control, in possession. Acosta. Trujillo. Trujillo plays it up the left flank. Long run for Galicia. Not going to get there. Out for a goal kick. Into the 26th minute, approximately, here at Citi Field. Renovations underway here at one of the best high school venues in the state of Georgia. It's going to be even better when everything's said and done. No scoreboard tonight. It's the first time in the soccer season that the whole venue has been open because of the turnout tonight. Both sides almost full. It's the Red Elephants into the attacking half now. Down the left side for Ishkoy Kalel. Takes it to the end line, defended by Road. Dribbles up the end line, gets into the 18, draws the penalty. The Red Elephants with an opportunity to strike first. Gabriel Ishkoy Kalel got inside of Evan Road, drew the contact and the penalty. Opportunity to break things open here. Daniel Galavis for Gainesville. 1v1 with Benjamin Villatoro, the freshman goalkeeper for Johnson. Bouncing to the left, bouncing to the right. Trying to get into the head of Galavis. Whistle blown. Daniel Galavis. Goal! 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 Red Elephants. Daniel Galavis gives Gainesville the opener. And the Red Elephants jump out to the 1-0 lead in the 28th minute. Mentioned it before, Johnson 13-1-1 on the year. That loss was to Dalton. They've won 10 straight since then. That's the only loss in 40+ games for the Knights. They don't trail very often, but they're trailing 1-0 here to their city rivals, Gainesville. Knights off the kickoff. They'd been in control in the minutes preceding that opportunity. Ishkoy Kalel drew the penalty. Daniel Galavis converted. Johnson back in control, in possession. Jordi Acosta spins it back to the left to Trujillo. Trujillo dances past one, out wide to the left to Galicia. Galicia cuts inside. Jordi Acosta on the attacking side of the center circle. Squares it to the right to Alex Gonzalez. Gonzalez all the way to the right to Road. Road dribbling inside. Still dribbling inside on the left foot. Road slips it across. Opportunity here for Vasquez. Shot deflected into the 18. Still there for Johnson. Can he get the shot off? No. Red Elephants clear. Back into the middle third. Johnson will attempt to reset. Duran has to clear under some pressure from Perez Esmas. Red Elephants win it back in the middle third. Ishkoy Kalel, so far the hero for the Red Elephants. Big switch, going to be run down by Perez Sesmas. On the left side for the Red Elephants. Perez Sesmas holds it up, gets some reinforcements. Robles back at midfield, squared into the center circle. Henrin Bonilla, forward to Ishkoy Kalel. Daniel Galavis tried to lay it off, didn't get the run that he expected from Ishkoy Kalel. Johnson will settle things down. Gainesville will drop into their defensive shape. Not dropping deep, but they'll get organized. They're not going to step up in high press either. Galicia on the left for the Knights. Back to Mendoza. Mendoza to the right to Duran. Duran one more time to the right to Alex Gonzalez. Gonzalez back inside. Acosta. Acosta passes forward. Arteaga back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez surveying, walking forward. Inside to Acosta. Vasquez dribbling to the right, working from a deeper position now, Edgar Vasquez. Out to the right flank to Rode. Rode into the 18. Knights supporters trying to urge them on. Ball's in the corner. Johnson tries to draw a throw. It's out for a Gainesville throw. On the far end from us, we are equal to the top of the 18 on the opposite end of the field tonight. Incredible atmosphere here at City Park. Johnson will get a throw as Ishkoy Kalel, as he was trying to turn the corner, wasn't able to walk the tightrope on the touchline. This portion of the match sponsored by the Hat Trick Football Agency. 1-0 to Gainesville. Johnson bringing it forward. Arteaga floats it into the 18. One hopper knocked down by Marquis Rangel. He will wait until he has to pick it up, and now he does. Little early for those sorts of things. That can be seen as a way to try to get under the skin of the opposition. It can also be a little bit of a sign of weakness. See how that plays out. Gainesville not looking weak right now. Ishkoy Kalel definitely not looking weak. He turns into the middle, drew some contact, doesn't get the foul this time. Johnson, they want to go a little quicker this time. Rode. Could hear the collision on that one. Foul was called before that collision. It was a grab as Rode had turned inside. Henrin Bonilla went into the 50-50 with Rode and got the better of it, but the foul was for the grab before that. Johnson, pass forward, Trujillo. Drop back to Mendoza. To the right to Duran. Tons of touches for the center backs for Johnson. Looking for a little more impact though. Rode. Gonzalez. Gonzalez drifting to the left. Squares it across to the left. Trujillo outside of the right football. Down the flank. Johnson into the attacking third. Trying to cut it back, they do. Galicia with a cross to the back post, headed, goal! Goal, goal, Johnson! The Knights answer back, and of course it's Edgar Vasquez. One in the 34th minute. Great cross to the back post, and Vasquez like a shark in the 18 with that header back across to the far side netting. No chance to save. 1-1, buckle up. Red Elephants kick off, drop it back to the back line, played long. That's going to pick out Ishkoy Kalel up the left flank. He's 1v1 with Rode again. Inside, gets it back. Ishkoy Kalel into the 18, heavy touch. And Villatoro will come out to smother it. Gabriel Ishkoy Kalel causing all sorts of problems down the left side for Gainesville. But it's Johnson who have the momentum. They've equalized this one at 1-1. Rode into the middle to Gonzalez. Gonzalez all the way across to Mendoza. Passes forward to Vasquez. He turned to the right, spun to the left. Out wide to his running buddy Galicia. Back to Mendoza. Interception at midfield for Gainesville. Can they break and make something happen? They broke, but they didn't make it happen that time as the pass was overhit. Miguel Galavis, who's dropped back into the midfield, trying to play Ishkoy Kalel down the left. Johnson back on it. They work it to the left side. Galicia drops it back to Mendoza. Back to Duran. Walking it up the right. Passes forward. Good turn from Junior Castillo. Trying to get the 1-2 back. He does. Junior Castillo dribbling to the right. Rode. Drops it back. Rode on it once again. Jonathan Velasquez down the right side, the freshman. Drops it back. Rode faked a couple of turns. Hooks around to the left. Acosta. One more time to the left. Stood up, taken away. Opportunity for Gainesville to break. Long ball does not come off again, though, via Toro outside of his 18. To his left of Mendoza. Mendoza wants to quicken the pace a bit. Picks out Alex Gonzalez. Long diagonal from Gonzalez, headed down. Not kept, though, by the Red Elephants. It's one back in the midfield by Velasquez. Down the right side to Rode. He puts it across, top of the 18. Trying to corral it, and doing so is Vasquez. Vasquez with a shimmy to the left, back to the right. Dribbles past one, but it's cleared away. Gainesville up the flank, intercepted by Duran. Great read from the center back. Middle third. Johnson come away with it. Mendoza to the left of Galicia. Galicia doesn't like his options, comes back to Duran. 37th minute, almost to halftime. It's 1-1. Mendoza dribbles up the left side, forward to Gonzalez. Back to Mendoza, over to Duran. Back to Velasquez. Velasquez with a great ball down the right side. Is it weighted properly? It is. Crossed into the top of the 6, volleyed clear. Out to the top of the 18. Red Elephants still have work to do. Velasquez tries to intervene to win it back. Ishkoy Kalel, he's trying to get out of trouble. Velasquez takes it away. Dribbling into the 18. Gainesville able to clear. Almost curling that one into the run of Peresesmas. But it's out for a Johnson throw. Vasquez will take it. He's got the equalizer. It's 1-1 between Johnson and Gainesville. This portion of the match presented by Kaiser Permanente. Duran at midfield. Knights in possession into the attacking half. Rode. Back into the middle. Acosta. Gonzalez spins to the left. Passes forward. Galicia back out wide. Doesn't connect. Johnson able to run it down, though. Yandel Castillo on that far side helped win it back for Johnson. Duran lays it off to the right. Velasquez plays it over the top. Caught by Rangel. Velasquez has brought a very different element to the Knights. A little bit of chaos. This is a very deliberate team at times. Velasquez, not deliberate. He wants to get forward as quick as possible. It's been interesting to see how the character has changed with him on the pitch. Knights win it back off of the punt from Rangel. Galicia up the left side. Yandel Castillo back to Galicia. Cuts it across to Duran. In their own half, the Knights into the middle third now. Rode. Into the center circle to Alex Gonzalez. He turns to the left. Forward to Vasquez. Vasquez, the long diagonal to the right. Rhodes got a long run here. Can he make something out of it? Yes, he can. It's a great ball from Vasquez. Lets Evan Rode go chase it, and Rode draws a corner. On the far end as the time is ticking away. We're right around the halftime mark. Referees, without having to stop the clock, it kind of feels like a normal match here. Corner played in with the left foot, headed down, saved by Rangel. Probably right around stoppage time starting now. Rangel punts it down the middle, volleyed back by Mendoza. Big one hopper to Rangel. He'll try again. I think the referee said 1 minute to play. Punt from Rangel, headed down by the Knights, but regained by the Red Elephants. It's Ishkoy Kalel on the left. Dribbling forward right in front of us into the attacking third. He drew the penalty, floats in across. Trying to settle it was Daniel Galavis. You heard the whistle, and it will be a free kick from 25 yards out for the Gainesville Red Elephants. Likely the last moments of the first half. Daniel Galavis tried to bring that one down, drew the contact, and a free kick will ensue. Red Elephants, Daniel Galavis up to his feet. A trio to sort out who will take this. Daniel Galavis is one, Abraham Vasquez is one as well. Johnson, meanwhile, figuring out how many components they want to include in the wall. So maybe 27 yards if we can do math. The wall's about a yard inside the 18. Villatoro, the freshman goalkeeper for the Knights, getting things settled. Looks like Daniel Galavis wants this one. He drew the foul. He's going to get the opportunity to restore the lead. Galavis wearing the number 10 shirt for Gainesville. He converted on the penalty. Now it's a free kick, a curler off the post. Out wide to the right. Crossed back in. It does go over the line. That was off of the shot, so it's a throw for Johnson. Daniel Galavis nearly scored his second. Put it off the outside of the post. Foul at midfield, so a free kick for Johnson. See how much time they have. They've got to get forward quickly as Vasquez was grabbed at midfield. Tried to take the free kick a little too quickly. Yellow card was shown in all of that. It was Henry Bonilla who saw the yellow. I think denying the restart. So in first half stoppage time, Josue Mendoza will take the free kick a couple feet inside his own half. 1-1. Johnson on the free kick. Mendoza launches it into the 18. Headed down. Red Elephants got to clear. They still got to clear. They kind of do, and they get some help from the whistle, as that'll do it for the first 40 minutes. 1-1 between the Gainesville Red Elephants and the Johnson Knights. Stars on display. Daniel Galavis from the penalty spot for Gainesville, answered back by Edgar Vasquez for Johnson, and we're locked up at 1. John Nelson will take you through some of the brackets in the GHSA state tournament at halftime. We'll take a look at 4A and 6A, especially as both of these teams will be entering into the tournament starting next week. Stay with us on the SDH Network.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day. and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yep, he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA is a national nonprofit working to transform youth and high school sports so that every child has a positive character-building youth sports experience. PCA provides live and online workshops to train double-goal coaches whose first goal is winning and whose second, more important goal is teaching life lessons through sports. PCA also has workshops for parents and high school student athletes. For more information, please visit positivecoach.org.
Welcome back to halftime here, Bobby Gruhn Field in City Park here in beautiful downtown Gainesville. And it is honors even, 1-1. Gulavis with the PK gave Gainesville the lead, say the 28th minute, 6 minutes later. Vasquez at the back post made it 1-1. That's where we are after the first 45 minutes. Halftime coverage brought to us by our friends at Reverb by Hard Rock Atlanta. Reverb by Hard Rock Atlanta mixes it up with coffee, cocktails, beats, and sleep. Perched across the street from iconic Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of downtown Atlanta, Reverb brings you an amped-up guest experience. Come for the rooftop bar with phenomenal views of the vibrant Atlanta skyline. Stay for the atmosphere. Reverb by Hard Rock Atlanta. Recommendation, go before the Atlanta United Philadelphia Union match on Sunday. Go to the match. Maybe go hang out a little bit at the supporters tailgate. And then after the match, return to Reverb by Hard Rock Atlanta for the experience that you can have there all day long and all evening long. Reverb by Hard Rock Atlanta, proud sponsors here on SDH. Also brought to us by our friends at Alliance Nurse Corps. Alliance Nurse Corps understands the sacrifices it takes to being a nurse in today's world. With over 30 years experience, they put in the time to understand what it takes to find the perfect fit and what today's nurses desire most. Alliance works hard to ensure higher than industry standard pay rates, loyalty rewards, and will do whatever it takes to find the best fit for you and your happiness. Visit AllianceNurseCorpsInc.com/job board to start your journey to the nursing position that's perfect for you. Halftime also brought to us by our friends at the Hat Trick Football Agency. Parents, has your son or daughter ever wondered what a day in the life of a Spanish soccer player might be like? Ever dreamed of actually playing in Spain? Hat Trick Football Agency makes the dream a reality by offering young players training and representation on this journey with programs ranging from 2 weeks to 1 year. Set in the beautiful province of Granada in southern Spain, these immersive programs include training and rotation play with pro clubs in Spain, language schools, complete housing accommodations, and much, much more to make playing in Spain as a pro footballer a reality. Start their Spanish pro football career off today and visit hattrickfootball.com to learn more. Taking a peek at the brackets, we'll look at 6A and we'll look at Quad A here on the boys' side. And once again, as you're filling out your brackets as you go, we'll start things off in the upper left-hand corner, and we'll work our way from left to right. Upper left-hand corner, last night we got the chance to take a peek at St. Pius on the boys' side. They are locked in as the 3 seed in Region 4. They're going to travel to Thomasville to take on Thomas County Central at the Jackets Nest in round 1 of the playoffs on the 19th. Glenn Academy is the region champ out of Region 2. They are also in that mini bracket in the upper section. Lassiter and Sequoia is your 3-2 matchup below them. Sequoia is the home side. the 2nd seed out of Region 6 taking on the Trojans. They are the 3 seed out of Region 7. South Paulding's waiting for their opponent, who will be the number 4 seed out of Region 8. Also on the left-hand side, Houston County is the 3 seed out of Region 1 in Central Georgia. They're going to take on Marist at Hughes Spalding Stadium as the 2 seed out of Region 4. Evans, Lakeside Evans High School out of the Augusta area, they are the 4 seed out of Region 2. They're awaiting their opponent, the 3 seed, Region 3 champ. So it'll be the region champ going up against Evans Houston County, traveling to Marist. Etowah will travel to Sprayberry on the left-hand side of the bracket. Etowah is the 3 seed out of Region 6. Sprayberry is the 2 seed out of Region 7. Douglas County is the 4 seed out of Region 5, and they are awaiting the top seed out of Region 8. Right-hand side of the bracket, it's Alexander, and they're going to be traveling to their first-round opponent, the 2 seed out of Region 8. Rome is going to travel to Johns Creek as your 6 number 4, traveling to 7 number 1. Grovetown is going to be traveling to their first-round opponent, the Region 3 number 2 seed. Lee County travels to North Atlanta. North Atlanta is the region champ out of Region number 4. So the Trojans head north to take on North Atlanta. Now, with the Red Elephants of Gainesville, they're the 3 seed out of Region 8. They're going to travel to East Paulding and take on the Raiders in round number 1. The rest of that mini bracket, Blessed Trinity traveling to River Ridge. So it's Gainesville at East Paulding, Blessed Trinity at River Ridge. Then South Effingham is waiting for their opponent, the 3 seed out of Region 3. Riverwood, the 4 seed out of Region 4, is traveling to Veterans in Kathleen, Georgia for the opening round. So that's a look at your 6A bracket. For Quad A, upper left-hand side, LaGrange is going to be traveling. They're waiting to find out who their opponent is, the number 2 seed out of Region 1. Southeast Bullock, the Yellow Jackets, are going to travel from Brooklet to take on the region champ out of Region 2. Northwest Whitfield's going to travel. They're going to take on the 2 seed out of Region 6. Pace Academy's waiting for their opponent, the 4 seed out of Region number 8. Low left, the 3 seed out of Region 1 is going to travel to Whitewater. The 4 seed out of Region 2 is traveling to Islands on the coast, so that's going to be a pack of lunch, a dinner, and maybe a midnight snack trip for whoever gets to take on the Sharks. Region 6's number 3 is going to go to Cedartown. Johnson Gainesville is going to be hosting Stockbridge in the opening round of the playoffs. So once again, low left is where Johnson is going to be, and they have Islands as the other number 1 seed, low left in your bracket. Right-hand side in Quad A, it is Woodland Stockbridge. They're going to travel to the number 2 seed out of Region number 8. The 4 seed out of Region 6 is going to travel to Southeast Whitfield. And the Region 2 number 3 is going to travel to Benedictine on the coast, and your 4 seed out of Region number 1 is going to take on Stars Mill. Right-hand side, low right, the number 3 seed out of Region 8 is going to travel to Leavitt and take on the Lions. Heritage Catoosa is going to travel to the region champ out of Region number 6. The Yellow Jackets of Wayne County, they're going to travel from Jessup to take on the 2nd seed out of Region number 2, and Troop is the 4 seed out of Region number 4. They're going to travel to the region champ in Region number 1. So that is your look at your Quad A and your 6A brackets, getting you ready for the second 40 minutes here of the hotly contested rivalry here in Gainesville with Johnson Gainesville and the Red Elephants of Gainesville. It's been, Jason, a very, very entertaining first 40 minutes. Not that we would have anticipated anything less, but it's had its moments. It's had just absolutely fantastic individual efforts and just speed all over the place here at City Park. It's been a fun watch.
Lots of intensity, lots of fight. Maybe not the most control in this one either way. I think Johnson's had a little bit more of the possession, but it's mostly been in the middle third or in their own half. Gainesville will take that. Gainesville's looked dangerous on the break, but we're level at 1-1. Just to kind of paint a picture for you of the surroundings here at City Park. The stadium is under construction. It is one of the best venues for high school sports in the state of Georgia, and it's going to be absolutely elite when it's done. A second level of the stands will be on the home side with all kinds of amenities. The near side here is a very large set of bleachers. There are a lot of people here for this match today between Gainesville and Johnson, and we are just about ready for the second half kick. Probably sounds a little bit different to y'all at home listening because our crowd mic is probably more of a field mic tonight. right next to the field, and let's kick it for 40 more minutes. Long ball played by the Red Elephants via Toro, the freshman goalkeeper for Johnson. He'll come out to catch. I actually remembered to start my watch a couple seconds late this time, but a little bit better than the guesswork I was doing off of the computer clock in the first half. Johnson in possession in their own half. They go direct this time. Looking for Arteaga, doesn't get to him. The Knights are in their all white with light blue trim. They're moving from right to left on your radio dial. Vasquez in the center circle. Drops it back to Rode. Now up the right side. Gainesville in the red and black stripes, black shorts, red socks. They're moving from left to right. Knights in possession. Alex Gonzalez. Forward to Velasquez. Thought Velasquez really added a lot to these Johnson Knights in the first half. He starts the second half. Forward to Vasquez. He's got the goal. He's got 12 on the year. Johnson in the attacking third, out wide on the right. It's Velasquez taking off, putting in a cross. Sliced it just a bit, and it goes over the end line for a goal kick. This portion of the match sponsored by Reverb by Hard Rock. Your pregame, your postgame, hopefully a postgame celebratory spot on Sunday as Atlanta United hosts the Philadelphia Union. 2:40 kickoff for that. So brunch at Reverb, then a postgame shot after a win. You know, sounds like a fun time. Johnson win it back off of the goal kick. Looking for opportunities. Driving forward. Junior Castillo unable to get the shot off. Red Elephants back heel down the left side. But Duran will run it down. As the first half went on, it felt like Johnson was able to start pinning Gainesville in, at least into the middle block. Gainesville playing a high line. They're about 10 yards inside their own half. Daring Johnson to hit the ball over the top. Not really the way the Knights want to play, but they're starting to look for that a little bit more here in the second 40. Floated forward. Step up by Robles of Gainesville to win it back. Now they've got to hold off the counter pressure. They do. They pick out Daniel Galavis, the goal scorer for the Red Elephants. Passes forward to Miguel Galavis, out wide to the left side. Red Elephants into the attacking half, down the left flank. Galavis not able to turn the corner and put in a cross. It's cleared. Vasquez will run it down for the Knights into the attacking half. Here comes Johnson, 1v2, driving forward. Vasquez into the 18, tackle penalty. Edgar Vasquez, 1v2, 1v3, 1v4, 1v the whole county. He doesn't care. Two-footed tackle draws the penalty, and Vasquez will step up to take it. Marquise Rangel in goal for Gainesville. It's Edgar Vasquez. 5 steps back, 6 steps back, 7 steps back. He's at the top of the 18. He'll take this from the penalty spot. The referee and the AR having a bit of a conversation on the far side. Vasquez will take the penalty. Rangel staring him down. Vasquez drew the penalty himself. He's going to try to give the Knights the lead. Here's the approach. Edgar Vasquez. Goal! 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 Edgar Vasquez gives Johnson the 2-1 lead. The composure from Edgar Vasquez. A one-man counterattack. He draws the foul and gives Johnson their first lead of the night. 2-1 to the Knights.
No.
Gainesville will kick off. They drop it back. Slammed forward, one back by Johnson. Opportunity here as they come forward. Galicia can't keep it though. Red Elephants in the attacking half, trailing for the first time tonight. They got the early goal from Daniel Galavis, but 2 from Edgar Vasquez, and now Johnson has the 2-1 lead. Into the 46th minute. Long ball for Gainesville, headed away at the top of the 18. 2 sliding challenges. Johnson able to clear. Velasquez puts it into the Gainesville bench. Throw for the Red Elephants. Crowd has really filled up here on the Johnson side of things. It's a little chaotic over here. Fences being jumped, crowd mics being almost hit. Gainesville injury. As Christian Perez Sesmas, who is being helped off the field for the Red Elephants. Replacing him is Austin Duran. Gainesville throw in the attacking half down the left, right in front of their bench. Red Elephants trailing 2-1. Trying to get into the double digits in wins for the season. Johnson looking for win number 14 if they can hold the lead. Tercios plays it down the right side. It's deflected into the corner. Knights trapped there in the corner. Can they make something out of this? High pressure from Gainesville. It's going to be a throw for Johnson. Right next to the corner flag. High pressure from Gainesville to try to box them in. The throw is launched towards Vasquez near midfield. Bonilla plays it back into the attacking third for Gainesville. Knights win it back. Bonilla on it once again. Good switch from him to Ishkoy Kalel. He turns to the left. Out wide to the left flank. Ishkoy Kalel cuts inside on the right foot. Puts in a dangerous cross headed away by Mendoza. Alex Gonzalez skipping through the midfield. Hits the brakes. Slaloms back to the left. Puts in a ball down the left side. Asking a lot. A long run. Does not connect with Arteaga. Vasquez drops back to regain possession for the Knights. Back to Galicia. Over to Duran. Duran to the right side to Rode. Johnson 2-1 lead right now. Mendoza settles it down forward to Gonzalez. Just so smooth on the ball. Gonzalez shifts back to the left, leaving defenders in his wake. Arteaga tries to play it up the left flank to Galicia. Not on the same page. That's out for a Gainesville throw. Red Elephants fans trying to make some noise on the far side. Johnson on the ball though. Into the middle. Duran steps forward to regain possession in the center circle. Over to the right. Junior Castillo back to Rode. Rode forward to Acosta. His back heel intercepted. Here comes Gainesville. Squared into the middle. Flicked forward. Miguel Galavis. He's the one-man counter for the Red Elephants. Into the 18. Shot. Goal! 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 Gainesville level it. Miguel Galavis through the hands of Villatoro, and Gainesville make it 2-2. Out of nowhere, the Red Elephants answer back. Outstanding work from Miguel Galavis. Able to hit it with the left foot through the hands of Villatoro. 2-2. 50th minute. Elie Viviant, the head coach for Gainesville, told us every time these teams play, Johnson's had the better of it for a while now, but it's always been close. Last time was a 2-1. Jorge Sandoval with a great golazo late to win it for Johnson. Knights trying to answer back. 2-2 here. Galicia down the left side, pulls it back, spins back to his left foot, draws some contact and draws the free kick. Right in front of us, Andres Galicia getting forward for the Knights. Thought about the quick free kick, decides against it. So about 12 yards off the end line. Out wide on the left side. Couple of yards inside the touchline. Vasquez standing over it with the right foot. Galicia with the left foot. Three-man wall. It's not organized. Vasquez going to try to take advantage. Puts it into the 6. Knocked down. Gainesville trying to clear, and they do. Bonilla able to slam it out of the 6-yard box. Rangel able to do enough to keep out that shot from Vasquez, who almost caught him. Johnson reset across the back line. Midfield to Galicia on the left. He cuts inside. Galicia squares it into the middle. Velasquez, long diagonal. Doesn't quite get to the intended option. Robles wins the header. Johnson win it back. Back to his feet. Squares it looking for Vasquez. It's knocked away. Velasquez battling. Helps regain possession for the Knights. Gonzalez to his left. Galicia forward to Vasquez. He curls around to the right. Back to Gonzalez. Out wide to Galicia. Galicia dribbling forward. Galicia stood up, but still back on it. Galicia takes it down the left side. He's tripped up, gets back on the ball, tries to split two, tripped up again, draws another free kick. Could have called about 3 different fouls that time. Galicia just kept going. Advantage was played. The referee's like, man, you just kept getting up. I kept giving you the option. Great work from Andres Galicia. Free kick from almost the same spot as before, maybe 10 yards this time off the end line. So not as much of an angle for Vasquez. Don't put anything past him. 2-man wall for Gainesville. Vasquez lining up like he wants to put this into the upper 90 on the near side. Vasquez approaches, back post, diving save, Rangel. He keeps it out, Marquise Rangel. Gainesville able to clear, and it's a great ball down the middle. Miguel Galaviz with the shot. Goal! 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 Gainesville! Miguel Galaviz! Hat-trick hero for the Red Elephants. And on a free kick for the Knights that's saved by Marquise Rangel. Direct play down the middle, Miguel Galaviz. Goal number 3, slips it past Villatoro. 3-2 Gainesville. What a finish from Galaviz. The switch into him, I believe from Robles, was perfect. And Galaviz got in behind, slots it home, 3-2 to the Red Elephants. We are only in the 54th minute. If you have any oxygen tanks in the Hall County area, you might want to bring them to City Park. Johnson off the kickoff. Knights were trailing, then winning, and now trailing. Let's see how they respond. Alex Gonzalez dribbling forward. Over to the left, one more time to the left to Galicia. Galicia slips a pass through. Here comes Gonzalez into the middle to Vasquez. Vasquez dancing on the ball. Out wide to the left to Galicia. Galicia up the left side. Arteaga double teamed. Earns the throw. Arteaga takes it quickly. It's Galicia. Edge of the 18, sliding challenge. Perfectly timed by Tercios. Corner, Johnson. Arteaga will take it. Vasquez there short, he gets it. Vasquez. Cuts it back to the right foot. Arteaga unable to get to it. Cleared by Tercios. Duran will run it down. Passes forward. Acosta out wide to the right. Road down the right flank. Opportunity here for Johnson. Cross corner of the 6. Volleyed away. Vasquez will run it down. Galicia now into the 18. Galicia stood up. Tercios, another good defensive play from him. Cleared by Austin Duran. Johnson back on it at midfield. 56th minute. 3-2 to the Red Elephants. Duran over the top. Vasquez, not sure if he can get to this one. Did he? I think he did. No. Referee says it went over the end line. Goal kick. Let's go down to the field to Madison Cruz. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What do you got?
Well, first of all, I mean, this crowd is electric on both sides for Gainesville and for Johnson. This is probably the biggest high school crowd I think I've seen since we've been doing this since February. It's electric. It feels like a playoff game, even though it is just a non-region game, a non-region conference game, one of the last ones before playoffs. I mean, this is what you want. You want to have this home fan base supporting both sides. We got Gainesville on one side being absolutely ecstatic for that hat trick, and then you got Johnson over here supporting the Knights.
Here comes Gainesville down the left side. Stay with us, Maddie. It's Johnson having to clear. Gainesville will have to defend the throw. Johnson want to try to turn this back into the attacking half. Gainesville won't let them. Red Elephants down the left side. Back heel, cross. Miguel Galaviz heads it on. Villatoro will be able to pick it up for the Knights. Yeah, just an absolute electric atmosphere, Maddie.
Absolutely. It's been a fun one. I've really been enjoying it, getting to see everything going on down here. But, I mean, just the talent on both of these sides, too. It's going to be a lot of fun watching both of them compete in the state championships.
Appreciate it. Be on the lookout for all of our pictures from tonight on our social media platforms at Soccer Down Here. Long ball down the left. It's Galicia into the attacking third to the end line. Stood up again by Tercios. Cleared by Austin Duran. Tercios has been incredible for Gainesville defensively. Red Elephants win it back in the middle third. Abraham Vasquez down the left side. Not going to be able to run that one down. It'll be a throw for Johnson. 58th minute. This portion of the match sponsored by Subaru of Gwinnett. City Park is pretty much full at this point. 3-2 Gainesville. Johnson on it, playing towards Vasquez, headed away by Bonilla. Opportunity, quick turn over the bar for the Red Elephants. It was Justin Arriaga with the quick shot on the turn. Gainesville 9-8 coming into this. They're going to finish third in Region 8 in 6A. The cliche is you throw out the records in games like this, and it's proving to be true tonight. Throw on the far side for Johnson at midfield. Thrown in down the line. Popped up off the hand. Going to be a free kick for Gainesville. Good defending on that far side by Orlando Robles. Free kick for the Red Elephants. Just inside of midfield. Played long, down the middle. Header won by the Knights. Second header won by Galaviz. Popped up into the sky from Daniel Galaviz. Goal kick. Long ball from Johnson, maybe rushing it a little bit. They played out for a throw. And just to clean it up earlier in the chaos as Gainesville took the lead, there are 3 goals from Galaviz, but 2 of them from Daniel, 1 from Miguel. There's no hat trick hero just yet, but there's still a lot of time left. Vasquez on 2 goals for Johnson. He's on a potential hat trick as well. It's a throw for Gainesville at midfield. Antonio Tercios takes it. Galicia clears it. Vasquez chases it. But it's Gainesville who win it. Squared over to the left side. Robles tries to clear. That's denied, so it'll be a throw in their own half. Good physical challenge on that far side by Junior Castillo. Throw Gainesville. Walked it up a little too far. As we cross over into the 61st minute. Thrown in, down the line. Popped up into the hand, this time on Gainesville, so a free kick just inside the attacking half for the Knights. Road will take it. Squares it into the middle to Alex Gonzalez. He has Josue Mendoza to his left. Mendoza back across. Duran, Road, pop forward. Trujillo cuts it back to the right foot. Can't keep it. Tackled away by Robles. Opportunity for Gainesville. Down the left. Cutting inside, knocked away. Gainesville recover it. Big switch, comes up a little short. Cleared away by Mendoza. Played down the left side. Here comes Vasquez. Vasquez in a foot race. Didn't win it. Bonilla able to clear. Chested down by Arteaga. Forward to Vasquez. Vasquez unable to turn. He was double teamed that time. Tercios got to clear. He does. And he's fouled. Antonio Tercios feeling the effects of that one. Somehow stopping everything that he can for these Red Elephants. Free kick for Gainesville. Tercios jogging it off. 3-2 Red Elephants. Free kicks played along by Jacob Dimas. Flicked on by Miguel Galaviz. Settled though by Duran of Johnson. Back into the middle. Nice turn from Trujillo. Over to Alex Gonzalez. Carries it forward. Steps over. Dribbles forward. Dribbles past one. Alex Gonzalez into the attacking half on the dribble. Gonzalez tripped up from behind. Going to be a free kick for Johnson about 40 yards out. Justin Arriaga could not keep up with Alex Gonzalez that time. Gonzalez looking like Tristan Muyamba, gliding through the midfield. Looks effortless at times. The junior for Johnson, a lot of underclassmen for these Johnson Knights. Free kick, Galicia, back post. Vasquez went up for the header, didn't connect. Gets all the way through, throw Gainesville on the far side. Subs coming for both teams. This portion of the match sponsored by Alliance Nurse Corps. 64th minute, 3-2 Gainesville. Score that might surprise some folks around the state. If you're from Hall County, you are not surprised. Game is always tight. Throw in from the Red Elephants, down the line, volleyed into the sky. Arteaga doesn't get to it for Johnson. It's played all the way across for the Red Elephants. Brian Tercios. Out wide to Daniel Galaviz over the top. Headed straight up. Johnson got a clear out of the top of their 18, and they do. And it's a good clearance down the right side. Vasquez flicks it on. Run down by Jacob Dimas and cleared. Junior Castillo was lurking. Throw Johnson. (3-2). Johnson trying to find an answer. Alex Gonzalez able to flick it over. Galicia passes forward. Jordi Acosta back across to Duran, Miguel Duran at midfield. Up the right side now, Evan Road. Road forward to Vasquez. He chests it down. He wants to turn. He's double teamed quickly. Stays on it. Goes to ground, pops back up. Vasquez spins inside. Vasquez pops it forward to Castillo. Back to Vasquez. Vasquez, big save. Follow up. Goal! 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 Junior Castillo. 3-3. Vasquez did everything but put it in the back of the net. A great save from Marquis Rangel, but Junior Castillo puts home his 14th goal of the season. 3-3 in the 66th minute. Blue smoke hanging in the sky over City Park. The Red Elephants have had plenty of answers tonight. It's 3-3, anyone's ball game at this point. Knights win it back off of the Gainesville kickoff. Gonzalez. Galicia. Mendoza. Duran. Evan Road into the middle third to Trujillo. Turns it inside. Has Gonzalez. Acosta to Gonzalez, back to Mendoza. Josue Mendoza picks out Vasquez. He's so good at finding those pockets of space. Now he's driving forward. Lays it off to Road. Road spinning, carrying it forward. Evan Road tripped up but lays it off out wide to the right. Advantage played. Is it being brought back? Yes, it is. Road, I don't know if he even touched it out wide to the right. It almost created an opportunity for Johnson, but it's being brought back for the foul on Road. This is a free kick for the Knights. 25 yards or so out, shaded to the right, and you know number 25 wants it. Edgar Vasquez immediately demanded that ball. He goes through his routine, sets it up. Stomps down where he wants to plant his left foot. Three-man wall for the Red Elephants. Edgar Vasquez, save Rangel, follow up, wide. Junior Castillo almost found a second off a rebound. Another incredible save from Rangel. 3-3 still. 68th minute. Portion of the match sponsored by the Hat Trick Football Agency. Gainesville. Long ball off of the goal kick. It's immediately won back by Johnson. Here come the Knights again down the right. Road cuts it inside. Able to drop it to Gonzalez. Over to the left to Galicia. Galicia up the left side. Gets it back. Tries to flick it forward to Jalil Chavez. It's out for a Johnson throw. Vasquez will take the throw. Watch them give it right back to him. Sometimes that creates him a little space for him. Mendoza gets it instead. Into the middle to Jordi Acosta. Over to the right to Road. Vasquez wants the cross. Road picks him out, chests it down. Turns. Vasquez with a curler save, Rangel. Edgar Vasquez putting the team on his back. It's 3-3. Marquis Rangel has been outstanding in goal for Gainesville. You hear 3 goals conceded and you wonder how that's possible. You just have to watch this match. Vasquez drops it back to Gonzalez, up the left side to Chavez. What a ball from Gonzalez. Jalil Chavez lays it off into the middle. Trujillo slips, shoots wide. Goal kick. Sub for Gainesville. Temperatures falling here at City Park. Wind hasn't been much of a factor here in the second match. Being down in the valley just a little bit might be helping with that. Definitely gotten colder as the night's gone on, though. Goal kick played long by Dimas. Headed right back to Vasquez. He's a magnet at this point for the ball. Turns to the left. Vasquez carrying it forward. Has Chavez out wide to the left. Halil Chavez, left-footed cross, cuts it back looking for Vasquez. Cleared almost into our broadcast position. Throw Johnson. Here on the near side, right in front of us. 3-3. Knights and Red Elephants. Vasquez launches the throw. Galicia heads it back to the top of the 18. Junior Castillo was loading up the volley. It didn't get to him. Rode finds it instead 30 yards from goal. Slips it through looking for Galicia. Knocked away. Cleared by Daniel Galaviz. Josue Mendoza will run it down. Volley it back to his goalkeeper Villatoro. Benjamin back across to Mendoza. Johnson created a little bit of space with that back and forth. Josue Mendoza, long ball. Vasquez, of course, is the target. He chests it down. Off of Tercios, back to Vasquez. Inside to Halil Chavez. Taken away from him. Nicely defended by Abraham Vasquez of Gainesville. Free kick. About 8.5 minutes to go. Jacob Dimas will take the free kick. 3-3 here at City Park. Dimas down the middle, volleyed away. It's going to be a throw for Gainesville in the attacking half down the right. Tercios jogs up to take it. Tercios throws it in down the line. Gainesville able to get to it. They put in a cross. Top of the 18. Whiffed on the shot. Cleared back to midfield. Red Elephants trying to win it back. Tercios does. Tercios tries to play it up the flank. It's knocked away. Johnson trying to find it. They pop it up into the air. Gainesville draws a free kick. Daniel Galaviz was hit from behind. He takes the free kick quickly all the way across to the left. Gainesville just outside the 18, into the 18, low cross, cleared away. Great work in front of goal for the Knights. Was Josue Mendoza clearing that away in front of Villatoro. Corner Gainesville, they play short. Here they come into the 18, quick shot near post, Villatoro able to smother it. Ishkoy Kalel almost caught him. Punted into the center circle. Vasquez doesn't win the duel this time with Bonilla. Daniel Galaviz for Gainesville. The Red Elephants in the ascendancy right now. They're looking for goal number 4. They're back into the attacking half. Miguel Galaviz tries to turn. It's taken away from him by Alex Gonzalez. Gonzalez forward to Vasquez. Vasquez with a quick touch to the left. Rides off a challenge. Here comes Vasquez. The motor's turning over. It's Halil Chavez down the left side. Into the middle. Behind Junior Castillo and cleared. Settled by Perez Sesmas. Across to Arriaga. He switches the point of attack for Gainesville. All the way over to the left flank. Ishkoy Kalel carrying it forward for the Red Elephants. Slips into the middle. Mendoza clears at the top of his 18. Vasquez tries to bounce off the defender. Doesn't win it. Bonilla back to his goalkeeper, Rangel. Up the right side to Tercios. Tercios plays long down the middle. Doesn't get the run that he was looking for. Villatoro will pick it up. 5 and some change to go. 3-3. Gonzalez fakes to the right, spins to the left, spins back to the right, back to the left. Unable to get past Perez Sesmas. Gainesville on it at midfield. Over to the far side, Robles, loose touch. Junior Castillo takes it away, carries it forward. Dimas clears it into the construction zone on the far side. Throw in Johnson. That one got into the top row of the bleachers on the far side. Thought it was going to get over that. Vasquez will come across to take the throw. Johnson makes a sub. Vasquez will launch the throw in into the 18. Trujillo flicks it on, volleyed away. Arriaga with a nice defensive play for Gainesville. They try to break down the left. Duran has it covered. He lets that ride for a throw. Drops it back to Acosta. Jordi Acosta forward to Alex Gonzalez. Playing that mixed midfield role, Gonzalez. It's been outstanding in the middle of the park for Johnson. It's Mendoza. Across to Duran. Up the right side to Rode. Evan Rode crosses the midfield stripe. Up the flank to Vasquez. He's on the right now. Back inside. Rode all the way across. Mendoza will be able to run it down. And he walks it across the midfield line. Mendoza, big switch to the right to Vasquez. He brings it down in traffic. He turns to the right. He's back to the left. He's back to the right. He's back to the left. He's back to the right. He's back to the left. Lays it off. Goal! 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 Junior Castillo! Edgar Vasquez pulls a rabbit out of his hat in the 18. Slots it across to Castillo, who scores his 15th of the year. 4-3. About 3 minutes to go. I was not lying about the oxygen tank. Go find one, somebody. Bring it here, please. Gainesville. They're gonna go try to find goal number 4. Red Elephants down the left side, intercepted by Rode. Rode dribbling through traffic all the way down the middle. Evan Rode slips, taken away from him. Bonilla, break for Gainesville. All gas, no brakes here at City Park. Duran able to block the pass. Gainesville back on it 40 yards from goal. Over to the right side. Arriaga up the flank into the corner. Red Elephants trying to find a cross. It's covered well by Galicia. He's holding it in his own corner. He's got to try to find something here. He gets the goal kick. Johnson making a sub. Remember, no stadium clock here, so the referee is keeping time. He'll add as much stoppage time as he feels like. Goal kick played across to the left. Galicia back to Mendoza. Mendoza splits 2 on the dribble, carrying forward for Johnson. They have the 4-3 lead. Tercios over on the left side now. He intercepts for Gainesville. Bringing it forward is Daniel Galavis. Tercios spun down. Advantage played. Here comes Gainesville. Another foul. They get it this time. Free kick for the Red Elephants. Trujillo committed the foul. I believe it was Daniel Galavis who was fouled. Now it's Ishkoy Kalel. So hard to judge from our position here. I'm gonna guess inside of 30 yards. Shaded to the left. Looks like a 3-man wall for the Knights. Maybe not quite 30 yards. Free kick here for Gainesville. Time running short. It's a good one and it's a golazo! It is an absolute golazo! 4-4. Miguel Galaviz. Just inside of 30 yards. Bombazo. 4-4. We're past the 40 minutes. Can keep this one going all night. Let's just play next goal wins. Let's go. Johnson off the kickoff, over to the right. Duran back to the right. Johnson want to go long. They pick out Vasquez. He tries to bring it down on the run. It skips away from him. Goal kick, Gainesville. Every time one of these teams has had something that it feels like they've taken control of this, they get counterpunched. Dimas will take the goal kick. Plays it short up the middle. Abraham Vasquez into the attacking half for Gainesville. One back by the Knights. Locked up at midfield. Trying to win it on the far side. It's the Red Elephants who have the ball. Abraham Vasquez with a big switch. Galicia wins the header. Puts it back into the middle. Miguel Galaviz, he thought about the long-range bomb with the right foot. Lays it off instead. Down the right side. Here come the Red Elephants. Cross, cut back into the 6. Villatoro comes to get it. It was already over the end line. Goal kick Johnson. No idea how much time we have left. 4-4. Played across to Duran. Can't be much time left here. Johnson sending Vasquez forward down the right. He can't run this one down. Robles won the foot race. He'll take the throw. It's quick. Gainesville. Foul is called. It's going to be a free kick for Johnson. They take it quickly. Too quickly because a Gainesville player was down. That's really smart from Abraham Vasquez. Not sure if he's injured or if he sat down to make sure they couldn't take that quick free kick. If it was the latter, that's one of the plays of the night because Johnson saw the opportunity to go quick. They tried to. Ref brings it back. Free kick Knights. 30 plus out. Well wide on the right. 6 Knights forward into the 18. Gainesville has 7 there to defend. Mendoza, a late runner into the 18 for Johnson. 2-man wall. That's the respect that Vasquez gets. He's standing over it. 30 plus yards, well wide out on the touchline. Still a 2-man wall. Vasquez to deliver. Here it comes for Johnson to the penalty spot. Headed on by Trujillo, wide of the post. Vasquez somehow picked out Daniel Trujillo, but the header just skittered wide. Getting pretty deep into stoppage time now. Gainesville goal kick. Played into the center circle. Knights win it. Trujillo slides it forward. Opportunity here for Johnson. Big clearance. Paying the price for it. Drawing the foul. Ishkoy Kalel, who's been so good for the Red Elephants, came across, knew he was going to get hit. Junior Castillo tried to get to it first. He gets a yellow. Ishkoy Kalel makes the play, draws the contact, draws the foul. Gets the yellow on Junior Castillo, but more importantly, denies the opportunity for the Knights. It's a free kick for Gainesville, middle of their own half. Can't be much time left, can there? Free kick down the middle. Takes a couple of bounces. Johnson trying to clear. They slide and knock it out on the far side for a throw. Maybe it's the Red Elephants with the last opportunity of the night. Sesmas into the middle. Shot blocked. Still there at the top of the 18. Got to get cleared. It's not. Shot wide of the near post. Was Jefferson Almendarez with the shot for Gainesville. Sliced it, came across it, put it wide of the post. Galicia for Johnson, plays it forward. Vasquez lets it ride. It's cleared by Dimas. Referee's letting them play. We might be in next goal wins category here. It's Gainesville looking for it down the right. Crossed in from Daniel Galaviz. Back post missed on the header. Johnson run it down in the corner. Great pressure from Gainesville. Johnson able to escape getting the goal kick. Daniel Galaviz nearly created the winner. Got us into the 46th minute, into the 47th now. 2 more? Okay. That's what we're seeing. Gainesville, they want to win it here. Shot, save Villatoro at the near post. I don't think any of these people want this to end. 4-4. Johnson up the right side. Vasquez checks back for it, gets it, pops it over the defender, plays it down the right side for Rode, cleared away by Dimas. Opportunity here for a throw for Johnson. Vasquez will take it. Launched it looking for Trujillo. Volleyed away by Dimas. Velasquez trying to run it down for Johnson. Helps win it back. Drop back to Rode. Rode inside to Alex Gonzalez. Gonzalez carrying it forward to the left of Galicia. Back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez cuts to the right this time. Daniel Galaviz there to defend. Back to Jordi Acosta, over to the right side. Inside to Arteaga, looking for the cross. They find it, it doesn't get to Trujillo. It's volleyed away, back into the corner. Gainesville with work to do. They earn the goal kick. Excellent work on that far side by Gabriel Ishkoy-Kalel again. He earned the penalty that opened the scoring for Gainesville, but in the second half, it's been the defending from Ishkoy-Kalel that's been so critical. Seconds remaining. And that will do it from City Park. 4-4 between Gainesville and Johnson. The Red Elephants will end the regular season at 9-8-1. Johnson at 13-1-2. It's a non-region game, so they don't have to play extra time. Kind of looking to see if they just are going to. Everyone just kind of stunned in the stands at this point. Teams did not shake hands at the end, not because of any bad feelings. I guess they've agreed to play extra time. Yeah, looks like it. Non-region game, you don't have to. So they're going to continue. Region games in GHSA, you have to play extra time because it's just down to wins and losses in region play. And non-region play, it's really up to the teams. And generally this season, we have seen draws and no extra time. We're going to get some extra time here. John, try to make some sense of what just happened.
All right, let's take a peek at the second half and the goals on the board. So if I had told you that we were going to have a 6-goal second half, that's what we got. We got a 6-goal second half. Vasquez with a PK at 40+4 made it 2-1 to Johnson Gainesville as we started the second 40 minutes tied at 1. Galavis at 40 plus 9 makes it 2-2. Galavis at 40 plus 13 makes it 3-2 Gainesville. Castillo in the 65th minute makes it 3-3. Castillo from Vasquez on the tremendous individual effort from Vasquez in the 76th minute made it 4-3 Johnson Gainesville. And then you end up with the Galavis hat trick on the free kick golazo. Golazo, bombazo, all of the above, choice D in the 78th minute makes it 4-4. And that's where we are, going back to what happened in the first half that got us to 1-1. You know, the Galavis PK in the 28th minute that made it 1-0 to Gainesville. And then Vasquez with the header at the back post 6 minutes later made it 1-1, and that was where we were after 40 minutes. And so a six-goal second half in a Gainesville rivalry. And you got the coaches talking to their players. And you've got a bit of an egress going on here, but we get a ball right smack dab in the middle of center circle. So
I guess we're going to keep going.
I guess so, partner. This might be just one of those where you just said you wanted next goal wins.
I did. I didn't get my oxygen tank, though. I have not gotten my oxygen tank here delivered to City Park.
Can we please have an oxygen tank here sent to the corner down here on the scoreboard side with Johnson Gainesville? A 6-goal second half.
I haven't had one of those in a while.
No. Johnson Gainesville has a 2-1 lead. Gainesville goes on top 3-2. Johnson Gainesville goes back on top 4-3. Galavis in the 78th minute 4-4. And we're getting ready for some added bonus football in a Classico here for our last regular season game of the season. I don't think we would have had it any other way.
No, not run-of-the-mill goals either. I mean, these have been some incredible goals. Free kick, golazos, Vasquez magic for himself and for others. Great work from Miguel Galavis and Daniel Galavis for Gainesville. Just an incredible night for the beautiful game here in Hall County. If they weren't renovating City Park already, they might need to by the end of the night.
You are not kidding. Have fun with this.
Oh, my goodness. Miguel Galavis will kick us off for Gainesville. We are assuming, we're trying to get clarification, we're assuming 2 10s. That's what GHSA region play requires. No golden goal. It's Gainesville in the red and black stripes moving from left to right on your radio dials. Johnson in the all white moving from right to left, and it's the Knights who win the ball back. Back to Josue Mendoza, over to Miguel Duran. 4-4. 2 10-minute periods. Tonight's sideline reporter / photographer Madison Cruz confirms. I think we have wiped out the battery on the camera with all the photos tonight. Is that true, Madison?
Yes, the battery is dead on the camera, and I just ran from one end of the field to the other. And, you know, hey, we wear multiple hats here.
That's what we do. 2 10-minute periods, correct?
Absolutely.
No golden goal. All right, it's Johnson on it. Working from left to right. It's out for a throw. I think after all of the chaos in the second 40, both teams are just kind of wobbly at the moment. Robles off of the throw for Gainesville. Up the left side. Into the middle. It's Almendarez. Over to Daniel Galavis. Spins it into the middle. It's intercepted. Forward looking for Vasquez. Intercepted by Henry Bonilla. Bonilla up the left side for Gainesville. Cleared away by Johnson. A slip. Opportunity here. Arteaga into the middle to Vasquez. Vasquez cuts back to the left. So hard to take off the ball, Vasquez. Squared across to the left to Alex Gonzalez. Speaking of being hard to take off the ball, Galicia. Inside to Velasquez. Gonzalez. Acosta. To the right to Trujillo. Back to midfield. Duran up the right side. The 1-2. It connects. Velasquez carrying it forward. Bodied off of the ball. Break for Gainesville. Turn at midfield. Miguel Galaviz spins to the left. Duran able to take him off the ball. Passes back to Mendoza. Back to Villatoro. Back over to the right to Duran. Really well handled there defensively by Johnson. They're still in their own half. Velasquez out wide to the right. Just connecting the dots, maybe catching their breath, maybe steadying themselves for what's to come. Trujillo turns, carries it up the left side, has Galicia. Galicia floats it forward, doesn't connect with Velasquez. Daniel Galaviz dispossessed by Galicia. It's Vasquez on it at midfield for Johnson. He turns, he drives, he cuts to the left. He lays it off down the left side for Velasquez. A left-footed cross to the back post. Ishkoy Kalel there to defend. He clears. Throw Johnson in front of their bench on the far side. Good hands from Frank Zamora on the catch. Throw on the far side for Adrian Ruiz. More subs for Johnson. Yahir Rodriguez into the game as well. It's Alex Gonzalez on the ball, dribbling out of the center circle to the left, has Galicia. Galicia up the left side, trying to connect with Rodriguez. It's out for a throw. We get into extra time, we start to talk about heavy legs, but you have to consider the mental fatigue in this one as well, with all the back and forth in this game. Both teams have thought they've had it. 4-4, Mendoza brings it down. Drops it back to Duran. One more time to Villatoro. Over to the left of Mendoza. Galicia now in his own half. Into the middle. Good work from Johnson on the ball. They create some space. Jordi Acosta drifting to the right. Up the right side now. Here come the Knights. Driving down the right side, Evan Road. Forward to Velasquez. He's able to turn and rescue it. Lays it off to Vasquez. 25 yards from goal. Right foot over the bar. Off the scoreboard. Goal kick. Velasquez somehow made something happen there. The freshman Jonathan Velasquez. And Edgar Vasquez took a touch to the right, tried to take the shot, maybe lost his footing a little bit and skied it. Opportunity here for Gainesville as they break. Christian Perez Sesmas cuts in on the right foot, back to the left, lays it off. Opportunity into the 18, now taken away by Evan Road. Road turns, creates the counter. Had the interception, now he turns it into a counter for Johnson. Into the attacking half, he's grabbed and fouled. Tempers flaring on the far side. A little bit of frustration as it was a good defensive play that then turned into an attacking play. It was David Arteaga on that far side who's dropped into that position. Free kick just inside the attacking half for the Knights. Referee going to try to calm everything down here. Smart refereeing, bringing both players inside to talk about it. That's a referee understanding the emotions of the moment. It was Austin Duran and David Arteaga. Free kick for Johnson. Driven to the back post, headed down by Bonilla. Throw Johnson, Galicia will take it. Quickly to Vasquez. Vasquez 40 yards from goal. Inside to Gonzalez. Back to Vasquez. Vasquez like a point guard. Forward to Alex Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a long-range shot. Curler, one hopper, saved by Rangel. Vasquez gets on the ball and just holds everything up, points what he wants, gets the runs that he needs, creates the space either for himself or others. Miguel Galaviz for Gainesville. He's done a lot of the same. Opens things up down the left side for the Red Elephants. Player down on the far side. Whistle not blown. Will be a throw for Johnson. Thrown in up the flank. Deflected off of Arteaga. Throw Red Elephants. We have temporary lights on the far side, so a little hard to pick out some of the numbers on that end of the field. Doing our best here from the stands tonight at City Park. Long ball from the Red Elephants. Galaviz off the hop. Villatoro got enough of it to keep it out. Had to go back and get it after it got through his hands. Galicia up the flank. Yahir Rodriguez into the middle. Alex Gonzalez started to the right, spun back to the left, back to the right. Doesn't connect on the pass, though. Red Elephants cleared. Duran will restart it for Johnson. Plays long to Vasquez. He slips. Bonilla heads it away. Daniel Galaviz long down the right side. Galicia read it, stole it, slid in to win it back. Jordi Acosta back to the right. Action heating up here in the 9th minute. 2 10-minute periods. No score yet in extra time. It's 4-4 on the night. Gainesville, quick turn, one hopper, save Villatoro. He's been the busier of the goalkeepers here in extra time. Rolls it out short to Mendoza. Whistle blown. Referee jogging back. I think it was inadvertent. I think he was worried about a possible injury. It wasn't an injury, so we drop ball back and get started again. No problem there. Didn't stop a promising attack or anything like that. Played forward to Vasquez at midfield. Seconds remaining in the first period of extra time. Inside to Gonzalez, down the left flank looking for Yahir Rodriguez, cleared away by Tercios. One back in the midfield by Velasquez. Johnson on the ball in the center circle. Passed forward, great turn from Gonzalez. Lays it off to Vasquez. Vasquez tries to get through 2-3 defenders, somehow does. Yahir Rodriguez pulls it away from Arriaga. Cuts it across. Arteaga for Johnson with the right-footed shot over the bar. Goal kick. Past the 10 minutes on the clock. But we don't have a scoreboard here, so the referee can add time at his discretion. Not like a normal high school match where he would signal to stop the clock at moments. So probably one more opportunity here for Gainesville. Down the middle, header deflected. Johnson clear. They want to take that opportunity. Vasquez. Oh, what a move from Vasquez. Vasquez pulls the shot wide. He almost surprised himself with that move. Took the shot from 30 plus. Out for a goal kick. Pulled the okey doke right in the middle of the park. Goal kick for Gainesville. Knocked down by Yahir Rodriguez, but off his arm. Free kick, Red Elephants. We're over a minute past the 10. Gainesville maybe last opportunity, the first portion of extra time, and that is it. So we will play 10 more. And I guess we'll have penalties after that if we're still tied. Oh, yeah. That's all I got.
Yeah. What do you want to bet?
Oh, gosh.
The University of North Georgia, they are getting an absolute find in Vasquez to begin with.
And Galicia. I mean, that's the thing about these Johnson Knights. Like, they play such good soccer. And when you get a guy like Vasquez and Galicia, you're not just getting talented players, but you're getting gamers. You're getting guys who I said it earlier, Vasquez trying to put the team on his back. I'm not exaggerating.
No.
That's the kind of game he's got. So you get into those moments in a college game and it's late, you need somebody to make something happen. He can do that.
And now UNG's probably going to have to ward off some folks when the word of this performance gets around, too.
They should. The word should have already been around, but that's the thing. There's still some colleges and there's still some pro teams that aren't looking at Hall County enough. There's talent up here.
A lot of it. I mean, even when I was in high school, it was always kind of this underdog, but not really. It was more of a underdog that is like so far deep in that no one really knows it's like a hidden gem. And every single time, you know, they would come in and play against a team like Lambert, like Denmark and all that stuff. I mean, they dominate, and there's a reason for that. I mean, we've seen Johnson a couple times this year, and I feel like every time we have seen them, they have just been tremendously better every single time we see them. And I mean, Vasquez is a huge reason for that.
Yeah, and as good as they've been tonight, full credit to Gainesville,
no doubt.
who came in at 9-8 on the year. I mean, this is a game where you get up for it in a different way because of the rivalry, but to be able to elevate your game and play at this level with a team that's won back-to-back state titles and has only got one loss in 40-plus games, Gainesville's been incredibly impressive.
One of the other things about the crowd here tonight at City Park, after 80 minutes, everybody started to leave. Then all of a sudden, you see over by the concession stand to our right, over by the field house where the concession stand is, folks stopped.
Yeah.
And then they just started camping out there on the rise in the southern end zone. And then you actually had folks who realized, okay, we can hang on the fence line. And then you had folks actually going back to their seats on the Gainesville side. So that's what this game does here to Hall County with Johnson, Gainesville, and Gainesville. It's been a fantastic
You do a lot of the American football at the high school level. There aren't many environments that you're going to find in the fall that can match this tonight, right?
Nope, not at all. I mean, this is rivalry, and if you apply it to American football in the fall here in the state of Georgia, you know where those rivalries are. And this, top of the ladder when it comes to rivalries here in the state of Georgia in soccer.
We're going to get this game on TV one of these years, no question about it. We got 10 more minutes to go. 4-4, Johnson. Road dribbling up the right side. He's got help down the right flank. Arteaga has the overlap from Road, gives it to him. Road tackled away. Nice defending from Ishkoy Kalel. Throw, Johnson. Thrown into Vasquez, back to Road, back to Vasquez. Vasquez drifting to the left, step over, squares it across. Back heel one more time across. Galicia cuts in on the right foot. Taken off the ball. Gainesville trying to break. Great dribble to get forward, but the recovery from Johnson was even better. It's the Knights down the left side. Played in the direction of Velasquez, cleared away by Tercios. Mendoza heads it down, doesn't find Gonzalez. Vasquez intercepts for Gainesville. Abraham Vasquez. Duran comes away with it for Johnson. Forward to Velasquez. He turns, takes off like a lightning bolt down the left. Jonathan Velasquez cuts back on the right foot. Puts in across, back post. It's a good one and headed away. Johnson try to win it back in the middle third. They do with Galicia. Squared back across, out of the reach of Acosta, but it gets to Road. It's been all Johnson here in the second period of extra time. Vasquez on it, Edgar Vasquez. Forward, Road, tackled away, falls to a Knight at the top of the 18, sliding challenge, foul called, free kick Johnson. Free kick for the Knights. Just outside the arc. You already know who's gonna take it. He wants his hat trick, Edgar Vasquez. Galicia there as well. That's the Knights fans making noise here on the near side. Can feel it reverberating in my feet. Incredible atmosphere here at City Park, and it's the visitors making the noise. Vasquez wide. Kept it low, about waist level. I don't think Rangel saw it. Wide of the far post. Goal kick. Third minute of extra time in the second period of extra time. It's still 4-4. Jordi Acosta wins it off the goal kick. It's been all Johnson here in the second portion of extra time. Can they find a winner? Miguel Duran to the right. Evan Rode. Gonzalez back to Duran. The Knights very deliberate here. Passed into the center circle to Acosta. He takes off down the left side. Galicia couldn't control the pass from Acosta. Had a little too much on it. Throw Johnson. Was cleared away by Ishkoy Kailel. Thrown into the 18, caught by Marquise Rangel. Rangel punts from the top of his own 18 for the Red Elephants. Flicked on by Daniel Galavis, no one making the run. Miguel Duran clears for Johnson. Vasquez goes up and wins the header. Tried to flick it on to himself, but a little too much on that one. Rangel will corral it and pick it up. Punt from Rangel up the right side. Maybe didn't catch all of it. Brought down by Johnson. Popped up into the sky. Who's going to settle it? Still popped up. It's in the center circle now. Rode chests it down. Still not really settled. Rode trying to carry it forward, make something happen. High boot. Free kick Gainesville. Rode popped it forward to himself. Went up to try to flick it back to himself. Went in with a high boot and caught a Gainesville player. Coaching staff out to check on the player. Didn't get a look at the number. No intent there from Rode. But it was reckless because he was off his feet with his boot high. It is Christian Perez Sesmas who's back to his feet. He's okay. Don't think there was a lot in the contact. Nothing wrong with Perez Sesmas trying to sell it a little bit. Referee handles it really well. Yellow card not shown to Rode, just the high boot. So it's a free kick for Gainesville, edge of the center circle. Referee crew has been absolutely outstanding tonight. A game that could have turned a million different directions because of all the emotions. Now the yellow is shown to Rode. That's okay too. That's a total discretion. That's the judgment of the referee. Calmed everything down. Did come back to show the yellow. Could have gone either way there. You don't have to connect in a very strong way to get a yellow card for that kind of a challenge. Looks like Arteaga will drop back to the right back position for now. Adrian Ruiz checks in for Johnson. Looks like he's going to cover that. Arteaga will step up. It's a free kick for Gainesville. Driven forward. Vasquez heads it to the right. Arteaga will run it down but can't keep it. Pitch getting a little slicker as we go. Legs getting much heavier as we go. We're into the 7th minute of extra time. Last period of it. Arriaga for Gainesville. Puts it into the middle. Bonilla passes forward, doesn't find anybody. Velasquez tries to send Edgar Vasquez down the right side. Cleared away. Definitely into the back row. Quick throw. Opportunity here for Johnson in the 18. Shot, big save, Rangel with the right foot. Unbelievable save from Rangel. Throw Knights in the corner on the right. They're going to make a sub first. Rangel comes all the way across the face of goal and makes the kick save at the near post. Trujillo checking back in for Johnson. Throw in next to the corner flag. Thrown into the edge of the 18. Back to Vasquez. Vasquez cuts it across. Left-footed, bomb wide. Galicia almost won it. Put it wide of the far post. Rangel will take his time to bring us back into play. Couple of big opportunities from Johnson, but they can't find goal number 5. Less than 2 minutes to go in the scheduled 10 of this scheduled 20. Deep into extra time, still 4-4. Free kick, Johnson near midfield. Played short. Ruiz to Alex Gonzalez. Gonzalez going to take the space that's given to him. Hits the brakes, spins it back to Ruiz. Field getting very slick now. Back to Duran, over to the left to Mendoza. Forward to Velasquez. Velasquez takes off, plays it down the left side. Galicia making the long run. Got a touch, but couldn't control it. Goal kick. Not much time left here. Penalties, we're assuming, are looming. Dimas plays the goal kick right to Trujillo. 40 yards from goal, 30 yards from goal. Cuts it back into the middle. Velasquez can't get the shot off. It's cleared by Bonilla. Duran floats it down the right side. Trujillo chasing, gets to it. He's in the corner. Can he get something here? No, it's a throw for Gainesville. Pretty much on the 10-minute mark now. Red Elephants got to throw this out of their own corner. Johnson trying to turn them over. They do. Velasquez, is he fouled? No. Referee tells him to get up. Play to the back post. Rangel scrambling across for it. It's out for a goal kick. Some of the Knights thought they had earned a free kick on the corner of the 18. Velasquez went down, but not enough to get that free kick. Not enough in the contact. Rangel rolls it short on the goal kick to Dimas. He clears straight down the middle, looking for it to skip through. Galicia makes sure that doesn't happen. Plays it long to the boots of Velasquez. He wants to turn against 3 defenders. He does. He's riding off challenges and he's fouled. Edgar Vasquez is going to have an opportunity to win it. This is stretching the lengths of his range, but he is absolutely going to try to win this for Johnson. 1v3, and he didn't care. He kept getting back up after being knocked down. He draws the free kick. Thunder from the stands here for the Knights. Can Vasquez deliver a little lightning on the pitch? Galicia with the left foot. It's got to be Vasquez with the right. Johnson with 4 in the wall. It's probably 28 yards out. Both Vasquez and Galicia can hit this, but it's got to be Vasquez, right? It's got to be Edgar. Edgar Vasquez steps up to it, over the wall and into the back of the net! Goal! Golazo! Edgar Vasquez! time, stoppage time. He completes the hat trick. That is your Georgia High School Player of the Year. If you disagree, fight me. Edgar Vasquez with a hat trick tonight. Gainesville kicks off. It's 5-4 Johnson. Red Elephants with one more chance to try to send us to penalties. Cleared away. Ruiz clears it for Johnson. It's a throw for Gainesville. Arriaga will take it. Red Elephants got to launch it into the 18. They do. One hopper caught by Villatoro. Referee checks his watch. We're into the 14th minute of the 10-minute second period of extra time. That will do it. The Johnson Knights, they run to mob Edgar Vasquez. He put the team on his back, though. Incredible from Edgar Vasquez. Three goals, one assist. Almost the last kick of the game from 28 yards plus. Everybody knows he's gonna take it, and he puts it into the roof of the net. An incredible night here in Hall County. What a performance from the Red Elephants, but it's the Edgar Vasquez show for the Johnson Knights, and they win 5-4 to go to 14, 1-1 on the season. Gainesville somehow falls to 9-9 on the year. If you're in 6A, you don't want to see the Red Elephants in the postseason, and if you're in 4A, you already know you want no part of the Johnson Knights. They've won the last two state titles, and they're looking for a third off the backs of a county rivalry win in an absolute classic here at City Park. John Nelson will try somehow to make sense of all of that. I'm done. Adios.
Yep. So Jason's going to go and try and find the oxygen. Maddie Cruz is here. See, now that's the picture right there. Jason has officially collapsed on the stands, rightfully so. Post-game show.
I mean, I have to echo Jason. I mean, if
you're going to fall down in the stands?
Yes, I am going to do that. But also, if Vasquez is not Georgia's Player of the Year, I mean, something's wrong. He has had an outstanding season with the Knights. I mean, you couldn't paint it any better than a free kick for Vasquez. It floats right into the back of the net. It's perfect.
Partner, hand me your notebook real quick. Post-game show, by the way. Special thanks to our presenting partner, Kaiser Permanente of Georgia, for all that is you. Tonight's sponsor, Subaru of Gwinnett Reaver by Hard Rock Atlanta, Alliance Nurse Corps, and the Hat Trick Football Agency. Let's recap the scoring. Starting in the 28th minute, and it was the beginning of the Galavis family hat trick. Daniel Galavis with the PK in the 28th made it 1-0. Then Vasquez at the back post. Fantastic ball to the back post. Vasquez puts the header in the 34th. That made it 1-1. Then, as we said, heading into the extra 20 minutes, when was the last time that you saw a 6-goal second half?
Never. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, this game is probably on par with the girls' game that I did. Ooh, I can't remember who it was.
Oh, it was the Riverwood.
Yes,
yeah.
It was Riverwood.
Yeah.
This game's got to be on
Riverwood
that same
and Wheeler for you.
That same par with there. I believe that one was a 6-5, an 11-goal game.
So then at 40+4, we're tied at 1 at the break. Vasquez with the PK made it 2-1 Johnson Gainesville. 5 minutes later, Miguel Galavis scores to make it 2-2. 4 minutes later, Miguel Galavis scores to make it 3-2. to Gainesville. Then Castillo in the 65th minute gets the goal. Junior Castillo, who came in with 13 goals on the season, gets his 14th in the 65th minute to make it 3-3. Then Castillo scores again, the fantastic assist from Vasquez, the one assist he had on the night. By the way, Junior Castillo's a sophomore, so we get to see Castillo for 2 more years after this. So Castillo gets his brace 11 minutes apart, 76th minute, 4-3 Johnson, Gainesville. And if I had a number 2 Ticonderoga pencil, I would sit there and I would wave it in the air and go, not so fast, my friend. The game is not over. 4-4, Galavis with the free kick golazo, 78th minute, ties it at 4. And that sends us through the first extra time period, into the second extra time period. Vasquez was wide to the far post in the 2nd minute. Then you had the insane save by Ronhell, Marquise Ronhell, where he has gone past the near post, and it looked like, from me, he ends up catching it as he drags his right leg behind him to get enough momentum. Ball ends up going over the end line. You end up right there, still tied at 4. Galicia goes wide to the far post in the same minute, and then the free kick from Vasquez to make it 5-4 north of the second round of 10 minutes. And all I know is that this game is going to be on our schedule every single year. I don't care where it is, if it's at the Dungeon or if it's here at City Park. This game is locked into our schedule. Not that it wasn't in the first place, but this just reinforces a 9-goal, 100-minute round of insanity in downtown Gainesville tonight. 5-4, Johnson Gainesville gets the win over the Red Elephants.
Oh, it was so fun. It was so fun. I'm honestly upset that the camera died. I couldn't get any photos of the extra time. I'm a little upset. They had to go to extra time the second the camera started to die, but it's okay.
Wow.
It's fine. We digress. But, I mean, it was nice, actually, too, getting to sit down and watch the rest of it after taking those photos. But it was just so cool. It was so cool. I mean, both of these teams are going to be absolutely crazy in the playoffs. I mean, if you're in 6A and you're in 4A, watch out. You are in for a treat when you are going up against both of these sides. It is going to be a battle.
As we said at the half 3 days ago when it was halftime.
3 days ago, yeah. It was a while ago.
In the 6A boys bracket, Gainesville is low right. In their mini bracket, you could have a second-round matchup of Gainesville at River Ridge.
Oh.
Jason's laughing behind us. So, yeah, that mini bracket, Gainesville goes to East Paulding. Blessed Trinity goes to River Ridge. So, in theory, you could have a second-round matchup of the Red Elephants and River Ridge.
Well, I've been talking all season long about my power rankings. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, I think most people have River Ridge as the #1 team in the state. They have been a lot of the way. McIntosh has been in that conversation as well. And having seen Johnson in the last few weeks, calling the game against Baylor and then this one tonight, they're the best team in the state. And as good as McIntosh is, you know, that would be a great match to see those two play one another.
The Campeón de Campeones?
Yeah, that would be an incredible night with those two, and that's a game that I'd love to get on the schedule here on the SDH network at some point. But this Johnson team, on a night like this where, you know, it is a cliche to say that you throw the records out, but a lot of times it's true.
Yeah.
You know, that's not just a phrase that gets thrown around like it's a cliche, because it is true a lot of times. And in this case, it was. I mean, Gainesville was outstanding tonight.
They were.
Can they get up like that in the playoffs? They're going to have to. You know, can they walk away from this kind of a match and take something into the postseason? We'll see. They have the capability of it. But for Johnson to keep getting up off the mat, they were down 1-0. They came back and took the lead. Then they lost the lead. And to come back and do it again and to win it the way that they did, they have the best player in the state, and Edgar Vasquez. He's got a lot of support around him. It's not purely a one-man show.
Right.
But how often do you see in these postseason games where you need that one guy, that one player to do something magical? That's what the game calls for. They have the best player in the state to do that. Edgar Vasquez put on one of the best performances that you will see at any point in Georgia high school soccer history. It was that good tonight.
You mentioned just the number of goal scorers, the contributors for Johnson Gainesville. Josue Mendoza came in with 3. Jordi Acosta came in with 6. Arteaga came in with a pair. Junior Castillo came in with 13. Yando Castillo came in with a pair. Daniel Trujillo with 5. Villarreal, Grimaldo, Pimentel, Adrian Ruiz, they each contributed. Jello Chavez had 7 coming in. Galicia had 6 coming in. Vasquez had 11 coming in. So you're getting it from a bunch of different directions from Johnson Gainesville this year.
This is a team that is a good defensive team. They didn't really show that tonight against both of the Galavises for Gainesville, who were great tonight. Ishkoy Kalel was also really good in the first half in the attack. Tercios was great defensively. This is a good defensive team for Johnson, but yeah, they've got a number of different attackers. This is the most well-rounded team in the state, and I think it's been really odd to look at the coaches' rankings all year long and see Johnson below a number of other teams. I mean, they're 5th in the state coming into this one in the all classifications ranking. There's not 4 teams better. They're just that good.
So what does Quad A look like when you're looking at Johnson in the low part of the bracket? What is that mini bracket, and what's that quadrant looking like low left?
Yeah, you're looking at Johnson is in Region 8. They're Team 1 heading into the state tournament. They will face off against Stockbridge. And then you'll have Cedartown. Cedartown, they don't have their opponent just yet. We will find that out very soon. Probably we might already find out now. But
yeah, Cedartown at Johnson would be quite the match.
But you got Johnson going up against Stockbridge and then moving on forward. But yeah,
if chalk was to happen, who's the other number 1 seed in that mini bracket, in that quadrant low left?
I'm scouting.
Above them so you've got the mini bracket, then the mini bracket above them. Who's the 1 in that mini bracket?
The 1 is
them?
Islands.
Okay, so Islands, it would be the coin flip with Islands and Johnson Gainesville, so it could be a trip to the coast, or it could be back at the dungeon in round 2 with chalk.
Wow. I will tell you this. If somehow it ends up, and it's a coin flip if they both get there, if it's Islands and Johnson, and it is at all possible for us to do that game, even if it's at Islands, we're doing it. Because Islands has been really good over the years. And look, they don't get as many opportunities to play top teams.
Right.
I'd love to see how they match up against the best of the best. In 4A, your coaches poll ending the season, so coming into this week, Westminster is number 2 after Johnson. Stars Mill is 3. We saw Stars Mill against McIntosh. Whitewater is 4. Cedar Shoals 5. Druid Hills, who we've also seen, 6. Southeast Whitfield 7. Cherokee Bluff 8. Pace Academy 9. East Forsyth 10. The overall poll in the state on the boys' side, and we've seen a lot of these teams. River Ridge number 1, McIntosh number 2, Johns Creek number 3, Hillgrove 4, who we have not had on the network, Johnson 5. Johns Creek we saw really early on. They beat Carrollton. They looked really good in doing so. McIntosh we've seen a number of times. River Ridge we've seen against Sequoia. Johnson's the best team in the state. Now they're going to try to win their 3rd state title. That doesn't happen very often. They're turning off the lights. That means it's time to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we are going to do exactly that when we know what our playoff grid looks like starting off next week. We will not have a playoff game on Monday. That much we do know. They really are shutting the lights, and they're trying to tell us to get out of here. So for Maddie and for Jason, who is trying to find oxygen someplace, when we find the man's oxygen, we will let you know when we know what our postseason's looking like. But a heck of a way, a hell of a way to finish the regular season for us here on the SDH Network, presented by our friends Kaiser Permanente and all the other sponsors. Fantastic run that we got to have this season. And Maddie, final words from you before we go.
Oh, I mean, it was a fun one. It was a fun regular season. I'm excited to kick off state. It's going to be, if every game's like that one, we're in for a fun one.
Yeah, we're gonna hold them to it. So for everybody here at Bobby Gruhn Field at City Park, thanks to both of these schools, for Johnson Gainesville and to Gainesville High, for giving us all the intel to give the best broadcast that we possibly could tonight. And we're going to try and find Jason some oxygen somewhere between now and then. And for everybody here at SDH, thanks again for a great regular season. Playoffs kick off early next week. Mucha plata, y'all. Catch your breath. Find your oxygen. The third season starts in only a couple of days.